It's starting to get a bit cooler outside, and as winter approaches, a few Central Georgia organizations are making sure people have a place to stay warm.
Salvation Army says they're planning ahead because they say the homeless population is growing. Jasmine Lee tells us more about how they're preparing to help those in need.
Every year, the Salvation Army says they prepare for the colder season to make sure the homeless people are cared for. They told me that this year they hope to plan for new approaches.
Better than being out there on that street.
James Willis is getting ready for another winter season with the help of the Salvation Army.
I was here the winter of 2022, and they have prepared me for a lot of things besides helping me get through that winter.
Nearly 3 years ago, 2 homeless men froze to death in Macon on Christmas. The Salvation Army says it's important they make sure they have the capacity and food for the expected influx of homeless individuals.
They helped me get the clothes, the sufficient attire for the winter time. They helped me do this because I had none of this.
Latresa White is the Social Services Director at the Salvation Army. She says they are partnering with United Way of Central Georgia in Macon-Bibb County. Together, they plan to drive around on cold nights handing out blankets, clothes, and food to those who live on the street. They'll also invite people experiencing homelessness to stay in their shelter.
We go to some of the high areas where we know that homeless individuals are, and we blow the horn and we get out. We get out with food. We get out with blankets.
She says they are planning to once again open warming stations when the temperature drops below 42 degrees.
And we invite them to come to one of the shelters here. If they're in need, come on into the shelters, and especially when the temperature drops.
Now, White says the Homeless Coalition will meet this month to discuss cold temperatures and how people should prepare. In Macon, Jasmine Lee, 13 WMAZ News.
Latresa White says they're always accepting donations so they can provide a safe and warm winter for Macon's homeless population.